Hey, it's Black Vader. Once again, I'm reading the code. Area 6 Politics, People Relations. You can get the code at producejustice.com. Um, Neely Fuller made it. It's one of the greatest books on this planet. It goes into the 9 areas of activity dominated by the white supremacists, which is economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religious, sex war, and counter war. I'm going to be reading from page 167. So here we go. The following pages present suggestions that, like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. Like Vader, yada yada. I'm Michael. Enjoy the channel. Thank you for everyone who's continuing to watch. And yeah, the following pages present suggestions that pertain to what a victim of racism, non-white person should or should not choose to do in a 6 major area of people activity. Each person should choose to speak and or act according to one or more of the suggestions presented, but only if he or she decides to do so. No person should speak and or act according to any suggestion chosen is that the suggestion chosen is of current or correct value in helping to eliminate racism, white supremacy, and or helping to better produce justice. It is important to know and understand that one or more suggestions selected from one major area of people activity should be used in constructive combination, and one or more suggestions selected from other major areas of people activity. If an individual person chooses to utilize any suggestions presented herein, he or she should do so in a manner, at a specific time, at a specific place that will produce the most constructive results in a revelation of truth and a production of justice or correctness. The tragic arrangement. The system of white supremacy racism, what it is and how it works, is specifically designed and intended to result in both white people and non-white people thinking, speaking, and acting in a manner that is tragic, shameful, disgraceful, loathsome, contemptuous, grotesque, vulgar, obscene, indecent, etc. During the existence of white supremacy, the interactions between white people and non-white people, and between non-white people and each other, can be described as tacky, trashy, and or characteristic, or the tragic arrangement. The term tragic arrangement means the sum total of all the things that non-white people and white people think, say, and do, or not think, say, and do, in regards to their interactions with each other in all areas of activity, including economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, war, / counter war. The tragic arrangement has the effect of doing great harm to non-white people in regards to everything that they say and do in every area of activity. No part of the tragic arrangement that the non-white people have with white people and with each other ever gets better than tacky. According to the evidence, and based on compensatory counter-racist logic, the tragic arrangement is a result of the lack of will of the white people and the lack of the ability of the non-white people to do what is necessary to replace the system of white supremacy, racism, with the system of justice, balance between people. To function within the system of white supremacy, insanity is a requirement. Racist men and racist women, white supremacists collectively, require that their victims cooperate in helping to maintain the system of white supremacy. To cooperate with the system of white supremacy is to promote an insane, out of balance way of thinking, speaking, and acting by all people. The quality relationship. What is needed is a functional, codified quality relationship to replace this tragic relationship. What is needed is the universal lifestyle expressed through the use of truth, that which is, in such a manner as to result in justice and correctness. What is needed is for every person to function as a universal man and or a universal woman, speaking and acting in every area of activity in a manner that guarantees that no person is mistreated and guarantees that the person who needs help the most gets the most constructive help. The quality relationship means that there is a total absence of pretense, dishonesty, deception, falsehood, etc., in regards to everything that people say and do, and all of their interactions with each other in every area of activity, and that all of those activities produce a constructive result. Universal man / universal woman. It is important to remember that all people, both white and non-white, should at all times do all that they can to evolve swiftly into universal man or universal woman. The terms universal man and universal woman applies to any male and with for any female person who knows and understands truth and who has used that knowledge and understanding in a manner that has produced justice and correctness in all places and in all areas of activity, including economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, war / counter-war. According to compensatory logic, there is reason to believe that the best arrangement as it pertains to all of the people of the known universe would be and should be a correctly evolved people who function with maximum mutual constructive harmony. They would do this at all times, in all places, and in all areas of activity. Some compensatory, I'm gonna keep reading. Some compensatory suggested basic characteristics of universal man and with for universal woman could be as follows. Does not knowingly say anything that is not true. Does not knowingly withhold information from anyone who needs it for constructive purposes. Speaks and acts to end racism, white supremacy, and replace it with justice, balance between people in all area of activity. Speaks and acts to support all constructive activity and to oppose all mistreatment and all non-correct interaction between people, creatures, and things. Makes willful and deliberate contact with people for planned constructive purposes only that are carefully designed to produce a constructive result. Avoids all conversations and all communication that is not necessary or is non-constructive. Speaks and acts with maximum courtesy toward people and does not curse or name call them, does not rob, does not steal. Eats and sleeps correctly and only as necessary. Speaks and acts to solve problems without making any. Does not seek to acquire those things that serve little or no constructive purpose. Does seek to decrease clutter and does nothing to attract unnecessary or non-constructive attention to himself or herself. Engages in sexual intercourse no more than 2 times every 7 days and uses a minimum of time and materials in regards to such engagement. Does not support acts of anti-sex, degenderization, or any forms of so-called scrambled sex, activities that hinder sexual communications between universal man and universal woman exclusively. Constantly seeks to learn all things that may be of the most constructive value. Does not brag about anything, ever. Is focused and persistent in doing things that produce constructive results. Does not spend or borrow unnecessarily. Is never discourteous. Does not gossip. Is not violent and is counter-violent only out of constructive necessity. When lonely or bored, uses his or her mind to think of things to do that will help to constructively solve a problem. Listens to and gives maximum constructive consideration to all criticism and does so without resentment, rancor, or contempt. Requires very few carefully selected or non-expensive material possessions to be constructively comfortable when doing those things that bring great pleasure and enjoyment and also produce problem-solving results. has the ability to do what needs to be done and what should be done in all circumstances, and does so in the most constructive manner. Kills only for reasons that are just, correct, and constructively necessary, never for fun, glory, or material gain. Note: the basic goal of every supporter of the United Independent Compensatory Code system concept is, and must be, to evolve into a universal way of life in which no person will be put to death another person for any reason or mistreat another person, and every person will seek to help every person for no reason other than to help is needed in order to maintain justice and correctness. So that's all I'm going to read today. That was my 10-minute spiel of this. I could possibly go longer. How much more is this? But I think we're going to be reading this for quite some time. And I just want to say thanks everyone who's a part of this journey I'm on as we read the code together. Even if this hits you guys years and years from now, from the intended date, I can't find my bookmark. I just want to say thanks. And I appreciate it. You know, we're all in this together, white or non-white. If you're watching this, if you're an op, if you're an FBI agent, you know, looking at my history, you know, somehow, some way. No, I'm just joking. But we're all in this together. So I appreciate you watching me and showing my intentions. And my intentions here are of love, growth, and understanding. And that we should all be universal people, not just white people, black people. We should all be universal. But the system of white supremacy color codes us and puts us in categories to what is and what shouldn't be, you know. So God bless y'all, and hopefully you're doing something constructive with your life. And if you're watching me, of course you are, because I'm doing something constructive. So, you know, just pass it on. We're already passing it on doing this. And so it's just a snowball effect, and you can't beat it. And the fact that I'm here right now and you're here right now means like the war is over, but we just gotta keep fighting these battles. You know what I mean? So it's like if we're prepared, we have we have the ability to run through this race or this marathon called white supremacy, and it is a marathon, and it's a race and a marathon, you know. And as we run through this race, we have to just keep pushing. When we push, we'll die and fall over. But as soon as that's what they want us to do. They want us to stop and stop moving forward. But we have to keep pushing no matter what. We have to keep pushing. We have to keep running no matter what. Passing the baton somehow, no matter what. But we have to keep doing this no matter what. No matter what. It's like, it's not even life or death. It's like, if we let these people go on, these white supremacists go on, or the evils of this world go on for long, they're gonna figure out a way to. I'm gonna sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist right now, but let's say like if technology goes on to where it goes on and people are getting smarter and smarter and smarter, millions and millions of years, and white supremacy is still a thing, they're gonna end up finding a way to stop non-white people from dying, and then just, you know what I'm saying? Keep them eternally slaves, bro, or else use the robots to replace us. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna have the robots to replace us, or we're gonna be eternal slaves. So we gotta pick a struggle, and my struggle is freedom. So that's it, and that's what we all need to strive for: is freedom and love and justice. So that's all I want to say from my point of view. God bless everyone, and peace.